As the country continues to battle with the effects of load shedding, restaurants and small businesses are struggling. Many are just recovering from the effects of COVID-19 lockdown regulations. Ahmed Kajee joins us now live from Melville. Ahmed, good afternoon and thank you so much for joining us. Now, in a developing country such as South Africa, at a time when we know that small businesses are what we need in order for us to create jobs, load shedding and what it's doing to our small businesses is really taking us a few steps behind.
Yes, very much so, Kandako. Good afternoon. For many small businesses, for many restaurants, it's been a case of improvising, adapting and overcoming the major challenges which has been posed by COVID lockdown regulations and more recently load shedding, which has been escalated to stage 6. As you have just mentioned, the first time that we have actually seen that since 2019 as well. So there was a 3-year period, or just over 2.5 years is what the major challenges these restaurants and small businesses are facing. But in many cases, the trend may also see an increase at some restaurants with regards to patronage. And that's because many people simply do not want to sit at home on a quiet night, on a cold night as well. So many of them actually come out to specific restaurants, to specific outlets as well, to perhaps get away from 2, 3 or even 4 hours worth of power cuts in their specific residences as well. And I'm actually just going to be joined right now by Newzroom. He is the manager over here out in Melville at the Anti-Social Social Club. Newzroom, thanks for your time today. How exactly has load shedding impacted your outlet?
I'm going to first speak about gas, right? So apparently now we kind of spend a lot of money on gas because since it's stage whether 5 or 6, you could have load shedding twice a day. And for 4 to 5 hours, that's a lot of petrol that since petrol prices are up as well, so it becomes a negative impact. It has a negative impact towards the business, you understand? But there's also some positive part on it, whereby you get customers that when there's load shedding, they don't want to sit home, so they do come out to just have a drink and a meal and then go home to sleep. So that's also a plus, but it has more negative than positive, to be honest. So, and it's winter, so we're spending a lot of money on gas heaters, stuff like that. So, yeah.
In terms of the challenges that you are facing, I mean, you have just come out of COVID-19 regulations. I mean, we had that small reprieve where masks were removed before load shedding was implemented. How was the traffic back then compared to what it has been over the last week since the implementing of load shedding?
Man, it's been up and down, to be honest, you understand? So before the whole load shedding problem, the country was getting back to its normal peak, you understand? So people were getting used to the whole idea of going out and spending money and not like saving for just in case another lockdown just hits out of the blue, you understand? So we're getting back up, and then now this load shedding thing is happening, and now people are being put in a position where they would rather stay home and save or invest in buying a generator, you understand, instead of coming outside and spending money in an outlet, you understand.
And then from the rest of the strip, we know this is normally a very busy strip come the weekend as well. What has the trends been over the last 2 weeks, especially specifically around restaurants within the surrounding areas?
Good, I won't lie to you. I know it's cold, which is shocking, how even though when it's cold, you're expecting people to sit home and spend time with their families and be in an area where it's warm, but they still come out and spend a lot of money. They come out and have fun, you understand. The past week has been very good for us. It's just that this week I feel like the whole July thing just dropped in terms of the business generating sales and stuff like that, because people just travel, to go and spend time in Durban and enjoy and have fun there. So hopefully, I think next week, that's when we're going to have like a proper peak. So when it comes to the hospitality, the last week of the month and the first week of the month are usually the busiest because people got paid and they still have money on the following week. The middle 2 weeks, that's when we drop in terms of numbers, you understand? People are using their money to buy food, petrol or whatever that they need to do. So yeah, we're just hoping that the whole winter thing just flies by real quick, and yeah.
Thanks very much for your time today. That's Newzroom, the manager over here at the Anti-Social Social Club, just giving us some direction as to what trends they have seen over the last 2 weeks or so with regards to load shedding escalating from stage 2, stage 4, and eventually stage 6 as well here in Johannesburg, and obviously for the rest of the country as well. And as he mentions, the first 2 weeks after payday is generally the most fruitful when it comes through to traffic as well. We are expecting that fuel price increase coming through on Wednesday as well. That will play a big part in what we will be seeing in terms of traffic coming into these particular restaurants. And for those restaurants and small businesses which actually do have generators, we'll see what impact this will have on their operating costs. Even though there still is that reprieve from government heading into this month with regards to the fuel levy, one would assume that this will still have a major impact on the pockets of South Africans coming through to perhaps just have meals as well, and also with regards to businesses having their generators and contingency plans funded as well. And speaking to various other businesses in the area, we will be speaking to a number within the Greater Johannesburg region throughout the afternoon to exactly find out the impact that load shedding has had on their particular outlets, as well as what their contingency plans are on that front.
While it certainly does seem that a lot of small businesses will need to be more innovative and creative in ensuring that they stay afloat, because tough times are certainly ahead. That's Ahmed Kajee, our reporter out in Melville.